Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where my Marauder is by now level 30, so, let's start with a level 20 quest, right? The Mountain That Strides. Ex-Master Runsov requires your assistance with a troubling development. Serenia, there's trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast Kujata? The boy's grandfather, Nedard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news. Young Zekard has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kujata in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy and his tragic tale, I would have you attend this matter. My sister Zolgrip awaits you at the Bismarck. She has been apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. I should really remember what voices I gave characters, but there are so many of them. Serenia, I assume you're here to discuss the missing child and not to sample a bowl of mutton stew? First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to Red Rooster's Stead and learn what more we can from old Nedard. Thank the gods you're here. Seems my grandson is set on causing naught but trouble for you. Surely you can, the lad Zelin, how he's boiling with hate for that murderous beast. And the last time when you came along like an avenging angel and showed him the strength of your steel, well, you lit a fire in his belly. He must got it in his head to take revenge on the beast himself, daft little bugger. Anyway, once he heard Kujata's been spotted near Aleport, why he shot through the door like an arrow from a bow, and I ain't seen him since. I beg of you, find little Zekard before he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard aurochs has spilled more than enough on me kin's blood. Our course is clear. We must set out for Aleport at once. An old acquaintance of mine, Fastim often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. Aleport. That's not in the area, that's literally on the other end of a map. Well, I suppose Camp Overlook up here would be further away, but... Have I seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow gate guard here just watched a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large packs of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, and so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hell, I might even pass along word to the Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. His water skin? But a satchel, more birds. You have his golden glow, so there's a fight to come. He must have been in desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across this wood axe, a tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps. Gods below. Serenia over there! Serenia? Defeat the jackals. Quickly, the cursor out for blood! More of them. Watch your flank! More have found the scent. Where are they? A scarred jackal. There is one. It's tainted jaw. Okay. Yeah, you are a bit tougher than the rest. Step aside! Ransom? He breathes yet. We withdraw to the West Roosterstead. Follow my lead, Serenia. You brought him home. I don't know how... don't got the words to thank you. Well, at least he's alive. Well, let's got past the worst of it. He struck his head on the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scattered those jackals when you did... I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from airport, I realized the danger were greater when I anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. Pray accept my apologies, Nellard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risk your lives to save little Sigurd. How's a man to fault with that? It's me who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took, protecting the foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There's not more we can accomplish here, Serenia. It's time we turn to the guild and focus on other tasks. Back to the guild. I'm glad the lad will live, but I fear this one will not be the last time Sigurd abandons caution in his thirst for vengeance against Kujata. The wound in his heart festers and seethes, feeding his impatience at our seeming inaction. But we must not think ill of the boy. Instead, let his helpless rage be as a spur to our efforts. I say again, Serenia, Kujata will fall by your hand, and I will shape you into the deadly weapon you need to be. Serenia, our near disastrous encounter with a pack that follows Kujata has been preying on my mind. The overwhelming number of a beast was beyond aught I had imagined. Even the most dedicated marauder could not hope to carve through that snarling wall of flesh. And if we cannot dispatch the pack, then Kujata remains beyond our reach. Thus I have prepared for you a trial that shall unleash your deepest reserves of the destructive strength. As before, Saltgrip awaits you at the Bismarck to guide you on your path. Do not squander this opportunity for growth, Serenia. The pride of the guild itself rides on the keen edge of your axe. You've heard from my brother? Ha! The pride of the guild, eh? My brother has placed quite a burden upon your shoulders, it seems. But from what I have witnessed, if any marauder has the skill and determination to put down Kujata, then it's you. And there is, of course, the matter of Zikard's vengeance. You don't want to disappoint the poor boy now, do you? Let us be about this trial, Serenia. I shall meet you on the Salt Strand in Lower Lanosia, where our training is to take place. Well, naturally, I will be there. Without me, you like to forget to tend your wounds and bleed to death. Well, this should be the place. I don't see... Ah, do you sense that encroaching aura of violence, Serenia? Pray, unlimber that axe of yours. Ah, this is supposed to be a trial? That seems to be the last of them. Compared to what we have faced before, though, it wasn't terribly... So, the indomitable Serenia Shadowstar. Who in the Seven Hells are you? Wait, is that... We have deemed you worthy of our challenge. Come, Marauder. Let us test the edge of your steel. Oh, brother. Defeat the masked marauders. What are you playing at, you oafs? No matter. We fight to win. Now this is more like it. Somewhat familiar. On your guard, we're not done. It seems my underlings have provided you with poor sport. Very well. I shall take your measure with my own hands. Do not think to show me quarter, Serenia, for I will surely show you none. Defeat the familiar marauder. Keep your focus, this is no game. Prepare to be tested. Spent already? Our battle has scarce begun. You fight well, Marauder. Now we see what you're truly made of. I yield. Your strength has humbled us all. Aye, it might just be enough. We're done here, my colleagues. Drag away those who cannot stand. Your display of prowess was truly impressive, Serenia. Worthy indeed. Ah, what a ridiculous charade. Did he honestly think we couldn't see through those paltry disguises? But I'm confident my brother's act was not born of malice. Rather, he hoped by concealing his identity that the trial would seem more threatening, thus increasing its effectiveness. Not an entirely successful undertaking, but one must appreciate its intentions. It is time we return to the guild. Oh, and as a favor to me, pray indulge Wizard Zone in his little deception. Subterfuge is not a marauder's forte. Serenia, I've heard of your skirmish on the Salt Strand. You did well to topple opponents of such formidable skill. But let us not dwell on the nature of those masked men. What is important is your triumph in the face of overwhelming odds. Your fellow marauders are honored to have you swing your axe in the guild's name. They stand behind you, one and all, as you prepare to overcome your greatest trial yet. Aye, the time has come for you to bring Kujata's bloody rampage to an end. The next he wears his horrible horned head, you shall be ready to bury your blade in his skull. Serenium, your confrontation with a beast is at hand. Kujata has made its presence known. Reports place the creature to the northeast of Red Rooster's Stead in the vicinity of a Grey Fleet. There's little more for me to say but this. Harness all the strength you have built through your labors of sweat and blood, and unleash its full fury upon Kujata and his menagerie of scavengers. Zekat yet lies abed, trusting in your strength and praying for your victory. I ask that you go to the lad before the battle and tell him you venture forth to fell the object of his vengeance. Such news should cheer his ailing heart. The time has come, Serenia Shadowstar. May your axe strike deep and true. Serenia, I'm sorry for making trouble. No, I deserve what I got. It's my own fault for not believing in you. But you came back anyway, and now you're gonna take that axe to Kujata's head, ain't you? I know you can beat the bastard, you got to! I heard Kujata has read his ugly head again, and reckoned you'd not be too far behind. I hope you won't object to me lending what aid I can. We've been through much, you and I would see this tale to its end. Brunbra, well, he felt much the same, so here we are, a pack of two to offset the ravenous beast would follow in Kujata's wake. Might be I'm sticking me nose in where it ain't wanted, but I couldn't abide the thought of you facing that monster solo. Kujata's got his friends, so it's only fair if you got a couple too. And what's friend for if not for lightening your load? I already did some of groundwork for you. Seems like a farmer and his wain have fallen victim to the fiend's pack. If you follow the trail of destruction, It might lead us to the big bugger himself. You find a pot that appears to have been dragged from the farmer's wain. You find a barrel that appears to have been... Barrel. And a crate. And there is the wain, the cart. Yeah, we are in the middle of it, so we're right level 30, so that fits. There he is. This is it, Serenia. Send the beast to the abyss. Focus on fighting Kujata. Leave the hyena to me. Be on your guard! He's up to something! I can barely close your wound. What has he done to you? No wonder his victims were so hard to heal. Doesn't matter. I got him. Serenia! It appears our timing was fortuitous. The X-Master carried me here so I could see. You did it. You really did it. Ma, Da, do you see? Serenia killed the bastard. He's finally dead. Thank you. Thank all of you. Serenia, do you reckon I could learn to swing an axe like that? When I was bigger, I mean. I want to protect folk too. Keep them safe from, you know, monsters and things. If you train hard, then naught is beyond your reach, young man. Then that's what I will do. I'll train every single day. You'll see. I'll be the strongest hero there ever was. Well done, Serenia. I knew from the first moment we met that you would rise to meet any challenge. I saw it with my own eyes, and I still can scarce believe it. You brought down that mountain. It's done, Serenia. You have answered the boy's prayers and upheld the pride of a guild. Hold your head high, Marauder. I shall be awaiting your triumphant return to Limsa Lominsa. That was truly a mighty feat, Serenia. Never have I seen a Marauder so dedicated to attaining the pinnacle of her discipline. In recognition of your achievements, I, Ex-Master Winzon, pass on to you our guild's final technique, the thrill of battle. This skill teaches you to embrace the fear and danger of combat, allowing you to push well beyond the normal limits of your stamina. Though the thought brings me both joy and sadness, there's not more I can teach you. May the memories of your time here at the guild sustain you as you strive for ever greater heights of perfection. Experience now shall be your tutor. Experience now shall be your tutor. There will always be greater foes and deadlier challenges on which to test your blade. Of that, I'm certain. You enter the realm of our craft in which even I have never set foot. I only hope that when you reach the very boundaries of our art, you will return to share your triumphs with us. Until then, Serenia, may your axe ever swing true. With that we learn Thrill of Battle, which increases our maximum HP for 20% and heals us by that amount. And the increases for 10 seconds. So it's basically a defensive technique. And I wanted to take the helmet. Thrill of Battle. Okay, but that's it for this so far. Yeah. In a moment I will continue here with unlocking of a advanced job for the Marauder, the Warrior. But that will be in another episode. I hope I see you then. I'm Mace and don't get lost.